This is Gridden, and you are listening to the Escape Podcast. This show was recorded in front of a live Twitch audience, and I had to do this stupid intro because Paul beat me to unlocking some dumb character that I'm not even going to mention. SWGOH Kylo Ren. So I lost a bet, and I had to do this intro. Well done, Paul. Congratulations, good sir. I look forward to seeing the times when you know how to use the character. Love you, brother. You guys enjoy the show. Have a fantastic time, as always, on the Escape Podcast. Thank you so much for the fun, Paul, and I will catch you guys next time.
One is a Grand Arena specialist from the UK. The other is a territory battle tactician from the US. Together, there are no signs of intelligent life on board. With both having played this game since launch, the one thing we are sure of is that you will be entertained. The Escape Pod Cast, a service of the Escape Pod Castaways. A weekly podcast about the mobile game Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Live from the network studios of Yavin 4, here are your hosts, Neil Andrew Eyre and Paul Anthony.
Coming up on this week's episode of the Escape Pod Cast.
Galaxy of Heroes looks to bring more unity to the game.
I see what you did there. But, honestly, things are looking a little crisper because of it.
The patch note claimed the game will be around for years to come.
They also told us that they wish to capture all the exciting moment in Star Wars.
You mean moments?
No, it distinctly says moment in the update as of this recording.
Oh, well. We sit down with Biscuit Weazel in our incoming transmission to see how the hospital is holding up.
And I have an idea for him that I'm going to give him for the first time right here on this show.
Our push to 1K on YouTube is almost complete.
And guys, if we hit that mark during this broadcast, or at least before we go off the air, we're going to begin our 1K giveaways.
Possibly that, but Patreon's Choice is our full segment along with breaking news as and if it happens.
Right here on the Escape Pod Cast.
The Escape Pod Cast News.
Hello, you lovely people out there. Welcome to another episode of the Escape Podcast. I am your host, Neil Andrew Eyre, and as always, I am joined by my hetero life partner, Paul. Please, everybody, don't break him, okay?
They already started,
don't
bud.
break him, okay? You've already started with your hype train and your high rolling. I mean, Franken is, doing the whole high rolling thing, and you're gonna break him, okay? So if you want to show, okay, just get it all out of the way now. Okay? And while you're doing that and he's melting, how about that new update?
We do have an update. First off, let's talk about the road to 1K, which we completed, Neil.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yay!
It happened. The following are now going to happen. Neil will be donating his hair to the Little Princess Foundation. And from what I understand, you are going to be rocking some dapper hair to challenge Gridden now.
I mean, this is just long, tied back in a ponytail. But once it goes back to being short, forget. Grid thinks he's got the best hair in the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes content creator community. Forget about it, because when my hair goes short and I get the product, forget about it. My hair is going to look 1,000,000 times better than his. So much better than Grid's hair.
Bringer of Chaos is pledged to do the same. Deadpool Kyle, will Gear 13 and Zeta your biggest character regret? I will get to that. Sephiranus does make a good point. Take down the hair to celebrate, man.
No, because my hair looks like a mess. It looks like a mess right now. I can't let it down. It's just going to get in the way.
What do we have to do?
Whoa! Bloody hell! Wow! Mascanar! Oh, the new queen of the hall, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Wrangler in there with 500 bits as well. Oh, chew, effing chew. We are on a hype train going ballistic. Oh, lovely. Oh, wow, yeah. So let's recap. Obviously, we've now gone nuts. And, people are trying to... Yeah, you see that Frankie? Oh, Frankie's not... Frankie is the resident high roller, Mars. You can come in there with 5,000. He ain't going to be having none of that.
I'm not going to have them fighting right now.
There's usually a bit of fighting between Frankie and Schnarman as to who is, the king of the hall. But right now, it's Maz. Right now, we have a queen. And the queen is Maz Kanata. She's just so totally
I got to get through the list. Here.
Okay, Paul's going to try and get through the list without breaking. You're going to break him, though.
Thank you, Dr. Feelgood, for giving that sub to Maz. Apropos, I'm going to read all your stuff before we go to break, guys. Let's see if we can break Gridden's record. Gridden, I know you're listening. Tell me what your record is. Let's see if we can break that. That'll be that's my little goofy call out on the hype train right now. Okay. Apropos, once we get back to doing our Star Trek shows, he will give away his season 4 Star Trek The Next Generation poster to a Talking Picard listener or Talking Star Trek listener. Sir Boss is getting his makeup did tomorrow. We will be posting that and all that. The Queen, Frankie kneels to Queen.
Yeah, I know. I just
Maz
saw what Frankie says. 4.5 was my max for the night. I kneel to the Queen. All hail Queen Maz.
And 1 minute remains for this. And then we're going to begin we're going to go right into a giveaway here. Dagger's going to take his troopers. He already did take his troopers to Gear 12. He's looking for something else to do. Slash. Oh my gosh, thank you, Slash. Force Strong will Gear 12 his Jawas. Run DMV has already Gear 12 his Zeta, his Bodhi Rook. He's going to put a Zeta on it, and he's going to Gear 13 it. I understand it's even going to be an R7.
Yeah.
The Llama on our Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed next week. We're going to do a drawing during the entire show. Just like we're going to do here in just a moment, to give away a Escape Pod Mosaic, Lego Escape Pod Mosaic. Schnarman is going to take his cup to Relic 7 in 10 days. Geek Girl is going to let chat decide her Grand Arena Championship defense. I don't know how she's going to do that.
You really want to risk that one? I mean, you're doing pretty well in your division. You could end up having a competitor totally tanking your defense just so that they can hop over you in the league. You really prepared to do that, Geek Girl? Because I know I wouldn't. I'd be like, yeah, that's what I say to your defense.
393% of that level 5 hype train.
Wow. Oh my God, we have like the most awesome listeners and viewers. We really do.
The community, Neil. We have an amazing community. I'm not done with all this stuff. I'm not done with all the stuff that we're doing.
Okay, just no, Geek Girl. Just because you've lost your first round doesn't mean you have to lose the week. You don't want to go 0-3.
Flair's going to be doing a giveaway bundle next week. So just like we're doing right now for this, next week we are going to do a giveaway bundle for of a bunch of games, a huge number of games. Hellenix is going to be giving away 2 $10 iTunes only gift cards. Ladies and gentlemen, iTunes only. And US only on this one. I apologize. I'm just letting you guys know, iTunes only for this giveaway we're going to be giving away in just a moment. And the games, the 10 games are going to be curated by the Escape Pod Castaways, some of our favorite types of games.
Oh yeah.
Lennox, you didn't have to even do anything, buddy. Thank you very much. You donate your time and love.
Frankie says he'll Zeta Gar-Saxon. If you want to toss that in there.
Okay, Frankie's gonna Zeta Gar-Saxon.
Go on, just do it. Do it.
The llama is going to match whatever Zeta I get at the end of the show today, and live on this program. I am going to do a Zeta of the community's choice. So,
okay. Start giving stuff away then.
Well, I still have more.
Okay.
I still have more. An anonymous benefactor.
There's 45 people. There's 45 people in chat at the moment that could win a prize.
Yeah, there is. An anonymous factor. We're going to be doing this during Biscuit Weazel. We're going to be doing this during his interview. We're going to be giving away $50 from US to any of our any of them, iTunes or Google Play, from this anonymous benefactor. That is going to be given away during that segment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Biscuit Weazel is going to be giving away 3 complimentary top-tier Patreon packages to his services. And then also Flair did move up that thing to 10 games. So, all right, guys, here is how we're going to do this. I'm going to click on the giveaway. We're going to put, let's see, it's 7:41 right now. We're putting 17 minutes on the clock. 17 minutes on the clock right now. Type exclamation, put me in the pod, for the iTunes gift cards. 2 iTunes gift cards from Hellenix.
Put me in the pod.
Exclamation point, put me in the pod. Geek Girl, put me in the pod, not the pot. We're not putting you in a pod.
Pod, not pot.
You're going into the escape pod.
Yes. If you put yourself in the pot, you ain't winning nothing.
So when that ends, we will give away the iTunes gift cards. This is iTunes.
Yeah, with a little I, not a capital I, a little I.
Little I.
Big T.
All right.
Little I, big T.
Now, Neil.
Yes.
We have a show to do.
Yes, we do.
But once again, thank you to every single one of you who has subscribed, supported us in every single way. Thank you so very much.
Sorry, I was just reading what Grid put. Put me in the pool. Put me in the pod. Put me in the pool.
Oh,
really? Really, Grid? Would you like me to put you in the pool? I can totally arrange to put you in the pool.
Well, Grid, you do have nice hair. All right, okay. So we had a kind of under the radar.
Yeah, it did come in under the radar. It came in very under the radar.
Scheduled tech update.
Mm-hmm. I have it up in front of me right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna read what CG SB Crumb wrote. I'll yada some of it. Today's updates improves many underlying technologies that we use to create Galaxy of Heroes. These significant tech upgrades enable us to continue support for this amazing game for years to come and bring you a Star Wars experience that's better than ever. So they're already saying for years to come.
Keep reading.
All right. It may seem like nothing has changed when you log in, but there's plenty of updates under the hood that allow for numerous improvements in the future. With a unified tool set and modernized APIs, these changes allow us to access more design tools and build a smoother process for developing new content. The updated version of Unity, which is the system that they that they use to put this game out there, expands the possibilities of what the designers can do when they create characters and events. You've already noticed that Grief Karga doesn't,
Yeah,
looks even better.
Carl Weathers looks good, like really good. I mean, he looks like awesome. I mean, like, really, you look at his head, and his head, it's just perfect. It doesn't look like a potato or anything. It looks real, you know? His head looks real. The facial expression looks good. The detail, the beard, the mustache, the eyes, the nose, everything. It looks really, really good. Unity 2.0 has definitely been good for Carl Weathers.
Well, on the visual side, this update enables us to create better character animations and cutscenes that truly capture the exciting moment of Star Wars. Singular moment. So
Okay.
what is that singular moment, Neil, of Star Wars that you hope that they capture?
I don't know, but I would like to share a moment with Heinzie, who just donated a boatload of bits. Love you, Heinzie. Which, you know, if anybody clips that, I will kill you. I will not be clipped saying I love you to an Australian. Anybody clips that, you're dead. I'll kill you.
By the way, you saying that means they're going to clip it.
Anybody clips me saying I love you to an Australian is going to know the true meaning of the word pain. Okay?
Frankie dethroning Maz as the Queen of Bits.
Oh! All hail Frankie, King of the Hall. Okay, so you were asking me about moments.
Yeah,
While
what
I
is
shared
your
a moment
one
with
moment?
while I shared a moment with Heinzie.
What is the moment that you hope that the exciting moment of Star Wars that you hope that they capture?
God, you know, you need to give me context. You know, I need context to that question. The game's been going for nearly 5 years, all right? And to say what moments in all of Star Wars ever are they all of a sudden just going to put this one moment? I need context, you know, a moment for an event, a moment for a feature, a moment for a character that just gets spun and spun and spun, you know, a moment for a raid, you know. What? Yeah, you know, I don't know. I mean, it would be
So-
nice. It would be nice to see some. I don't know. It'd be nice to
Frankie
see.
says it's going to be Jar Jar. That's going to be the
Oh,
moment.
no, Darth Jar Jar.
There is no Darth Jar Jar.
Yes, there is a Darth Jar Jar. In fan fiction, there is a Darth Jar Jar. Okay.
Fan fiction.
It doesn't matter. Everything not done by George Lucas is fan fiction. Oh my! How many times do I have to explain this to you? The beloved sequel trilogy, episode 7, 8, and 9. It's fan fiction. It's exactly
not
the
my
same as
beloved.
Darth Jar Jar. Okay, it is exactly the same. Fan fiction is anything not made by George Lucas. The original trilogy, the prequel trilogies, that is the only original Star Wars material. Everything else, not done by him, is fan fiction. So there
Thank you,
can be a Darth
Heinzie,
Jar
for
Jar.
thank you, Heinzie, for going bang again. I appreciate that. But no, nonetheless, they've got more polygons to work with. They've got all sorts of things that they can now do in this game. They already said we've seen it in Mandalorian's characters in the Jedi Knight Luke event, and the update will allow them to do even more in the years to come. Once again, they say the years to come. Why not this?
Rogue.
Why not couple this update with a larger release of characters or a new feature? I can understand this from them.
Oh God, yeah, because if they coupled it with something else and it
broke
and it all went tits up and totally screwed up the game, yeah, people would be furious. They'd be like, it doesn't work, blah blah blah. You know, give us more content, or we'll just spin characters, blah blah blah. You know, rabble. Gerbs.
Yeah, grab the pitchforks and all that.
Yeah,
yes.
Let's grab our pitchforks. Oh, wait a minute. We do that all the time anyway. Let's grab our flaming pitchforks. You know? Flaming pitchforks.
So
rabble. Yeah.
Here we go. But the things that came of this update, and just to let those know listening live, you now have 9 minutes from right now to get to ! Put me in the pod for 2 $10 iTunes US gift cards.
Yes.
Exclamation point, put me in the pod. So we get
Not
shards.
put me in the pool or put me in the pot. Put me in the pod. P-O-D. If you want to be put in pool, get in touch with me later.
No, you stop that. You stop that. As I called it last week, Mandalorian, Cara Dune, and Grief Karga. Farmable.
Yay! I'd already paid, in crystal income to get my Mando to 5 stars on my order count. So, hey, I only need to do 2 more stars, and I'm getting it for free.
Yeah. Imperial TIE Bomber, now available in fleet cards and packs and shipments, so you can now continue on.
Present for you in the listener lounge. Oh, really? Okay. To the listening viewer,
I bet it's the clip of what you said. That's all I'm gonna say. I bet it's the clip.
If it's a clip of, I swear to God, if it is a clip of me saying I love somebody,
yes,
Australia,
it is.
I'm not gonna be pleased.
It is that clip.
I'm not gonna be happy. Where's the?
But don't pull it up. Don't pull it up during the show because now
I'm not gonna pull it up during the show. I just want to see what.
I know, but now we're buffering. So let's not pull it up during the show.
We're not buff. Oh, okay. Encoding overloaded. All right.
Yeah.
I'm shutting down that. I'm shutting down that. Okay.
Yeah. We won't do that again. Okay. I hope it comes back.
So do I. It will. All I've done is close down Discord.
All right. And then they fixed, they did a bunch of changes, not a bunch of changes. They updated Kylo Ren's, wow, it's really buffering.
Yeah. All I did was click on a server. I didn't do anything else. It'll calm down. All right.
It'll calm down. Okay.
It'll calm down.
They put out the changes. I hope that we're still, I hope that we're still broadcasting at least in audio. That's all. That's what I hope.
Yeah. Everything's gone back to normal according to OBS now.
Okay.
That was weird. There was no dropped frames, and my CPU remained at 60 frames per second and at 30% the entire time. So that is just so weird.
Yep. 6 minutes remain to exclamation point. Put me in the pod for iTunes US gift cards. Now. They updated Supreme Leader Kylo Ren's AI so the cheese no longer works with 5s.
Which is rubbish because the cheese does still work with 5s. They changed nothing. The cheese still works with 5s. Metaverse and Bulldog proved it immediately after the update went live. The cheese still works. So they haven't changed anything.
And then we get rewards being displayed out of order is a known issue. Rewards have always been displayed out of order.
They're random. You randomly get them and they're just, I don't really care about that because, when you're just autoing stuff, you just don't care. You know that you're going to open your mail. Oh, yay. Some gear I don't need. Wonderful. 10 shards of a character I've already got that's just going to turn into, shard shop currency. Yay.
5 minutes remain. Like less than 5 minutes remain. By the time people hear this, 5 minutes remain. Or probably more like 4 minutes, 30 seconds. All right.
Okay, so the team is slightly different, Ray Rock and Grid. The 5 cheese does work, but you need to get used to, so it's let me see. It is who was that? Bloomin' Squad. I think it was you've got to use gas, and you've got to use Jedi Knight Luke, and you've got to use 5s, and you've got to use Bastilla, and you've got to use who was that 5th? 5s. So you've got to use gas, Jedi Knight Luke, Bastilla, 5s, and JKL. but it's still
that
doable.
tears up a lot of teams.
It tears up a lot of teams, but it is still possible. They had it on. They showed it on Metaverse with Zareth and Solo Base from the Gambit podcast.
By the way, Zaz or Zazzy McZazz face or Azza or Zzz, depending on what month you watch this show in.
Mm-hmm.
I just noticed this. He said that he's going to match the Zeta as well. That whatever I end up with the Zeta, he will match it as well. So we have Llama, we have Zaz, and we have me, all doing a specific Zeta, which I have saved up right now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is. Yes, it's expensive, Solo Base. I don't disagree that it's expensive, but it still exists in a slightly different incarnation. The cheese still exists. The cheese counter exists, just with slightly different team members.
So what do you think about all this whole Unity update? Well,
I like it. I like it. It hopefully it will run things. Hopefully the game will run smoother. Hopefully we'll get more cinematics. We'll get more motion. I'd like to see the 60 frames per second that a lot of us can broadcast in really utilized. I mean, when you look at the battles regarding Marvel Strike Force, perfect example. Marvel Strike Force uses this Unity 2.0, and the battles and the cinematics within the battles look very cool. They look crisp, they look clean, they're extremely well animated, and the and you can really take advantage of that 60 frames per second. With the way the battles and the animations have been in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, they've been severely lacking. I mean, don't get me wrong, if you've got an extremely good rig and you're running it at 60 frames per second, it still looks good. But you know, it kind of, as soon as you step outside that 60 frames per second comfort zone, you can really tell the difference between Unity 1.0 and Unity 2.0. So I'm really happy that, wow! Nice Llama kicking in with 1,000 bits, bloody hell.
Llama's trying to unseat Heinze for the third place bits.
Here we go. So I really do think that the Unity 2.0, as long as they do stuff with it, you know, I mean, I want to see the Grief Kargas had the Unity 2.0 overhaul. I want to see every single character in my roster get the Unity 2.0 overhaul. They go on so much about their art department. They need to put their art department on this now.
Well, I'm sure they are. And by the time we get these galactic challenges, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt that the characters that need it are going to get it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
All right. We have about 30 seconds from the time you guys hear my voice say this to exclamation point, put me in the pod. This is for iTunes US $10 gift cards. And Hellenix, the Greek, will message them to you on Discord if you are chosen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Just make sure that you're in the Discord as well. You can't just be in chat. You got to be in the Discord as well. Because if you win and you're in chat and we have no way of like communicating to, oh, by the way, you won, you know?
Dr. Feelgood's going to Zeta anything I want. Okay.
Oh.
Bowler Doobie's getting in with 2 minutes to go, or 2 seconds to go. Wow.
Boulder Doobies, you made it. You made it just in time.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm hitting, so just so you know, I'm gonna swing this around. I'm hitting the pick winner button right there, and it's gonna say it in chat, okay? Here we go. Pick
Drum
winner.
roll.
Aldous Sandfly has won. Aldous Sandfly has won the 2 $10 gift cards.
Yes, you won. Aldous won. No, fishies, you did not win.
Not this time, but there is more stuff coming up.
There's more stuff. There is more stuff coming up. There is more stuff to be won. Don't worry. There's loads of stuff to be won.
And not only is there more stuff coming up in this show, but once all the stuff goes through with YouTube, the stuff that we'll be able to do with YouTube will allow us to do more stuff like this, just as a thank you to you guys for tuning in.
Call him Aldous. Okay.
So, all right. It is 8 o'clock. We do need to take a quick break. On the other side, we'll continue this talk about Unity, and we'll start another giveaway. I think, Biscuit Weazel, I think we're going to do your giveaway, and then we'll go to start talking to you after that.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, stick around. More coming up. And I've been saving this, Neil, right here in the mini fridge down here. I've been saving this because we talked about it in an after show. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a real sugar Dr. Pepper. We talked about this in the after show one week.
Yeah, okay.
When we come back, I'll thank all of the people that participated in the hype train and that have done all this stuff. All the love that you guys have shown us, which I thank you from the bottom of my heart for. After these messages right here on the Escape Podcast.
The Escape Pod Cast with Paul Anthony and Neil Andrew Ware.
Hey everybody, it's Macias here, and I'd like to say a few words to assuage concerns over account security and identity protection when purchasing remodding services from me. It is my guarantee to you that no account information or personal information will be shared with any third party so long as you would like to remain private when purchasing remodding services from me. Additionally, I would like everyone to know that I can access your account without any sharing of personal information, so no Apple ID passwords, no Google Play passwords are necessary. The Facebook login method can be used without any personal information to help access your account and work on those mods at no risk to yourself or your privacy. So cheers everyone, hope to see you soon.
Hello friends, this is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and I approve this message, and am compensated for signups for this service.
The world's largest audiobook library is at your fingertips, and the Escape Pod Castaways wants you to try it for free. Head on over to escapepodcastaways.com and click the Going Nerdy offer button to claim a free audiobook and 2 Audible originals. Cancel anytime, and it's absolutely free to sign up. Check out Audible and support the Escape Pod Castaways, all for free. See Audible website for details. Restrictions may apply.
Did you know that if you signed up to become a Patreon, you could get tons of rewards? Force Ghost Scotty could do a roster review for you. Neil Andrew Ware could share Grand Arena tactics. Or Paul could even help you get maximum stars in Geonosis Territory Battle. And you even get access into the after show. Sound good? Sign up to be a Patreon today. For as little as $2 a month, you could unlock a ton of potential content and also get closer to the hosts. Head to patreon.com/The Escape Pod to sign up.
Have you been interested in getting items 3D printed but haven't wanted to buy one of those expensive printers? Are you looking for a literally one-of-a-kind tech gift gadget? Evil Genius 3D Printing and Gadgets is your one-stop shop for both of those items. Nerd-owned and Escape Pod approved, put Lenny the Evil Genius to work for you. If you can dream it, he could possibly make it. Contact Lenny at evilgenius3dprinting@gmail.com for more information. That's evilgenius3dprinting@gmail.com. Get something unique in your hands.
Hey, I'm Andy Beads.
Hey, I'm Danish Wobble.
Hey, I'm Ando.
Hey, I'm Jake.
I'm Bringer of Death.
Jake Johnson TX.
I'm Ramby2307.
Spartan EZ here.
I am Mr. Jikubachi.
Star Wars Galaxy Yeti.
I'm Player Gaming Embers.
I'm Lazy Turtle.
I'm Mudbum.
I mean, come on. They already know me. I'm the bloody co-host.
And we are part of
the GAC Chain Gang.
We're a group of streamers who
stream our Grand Arena on Twitch
and continue the chain
into the next streamer.
We have all types of accounts for you to enjoy, from the big whales to the
small accounts.
But we're all here to provide entertainment
and have a good time.
The Grand Arena Chain Gang is proud to be part
of the Escape Pod Castaways Content Creator Network. Stop by and see them, won't you?
The Escape Pod Cast.
Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. JJ, I cannot be broken, so just don't even go there. I'm too stoic. You see this? You see this upper lip? See this upper lip? Too stiff for you, mate. It's British. Made in Great Britain. This stiff upper lip, made in Great Britain. Okay, Paul, what do you want to talk about?
All right. Hopefully I can do 3 of these.
Okay.
If it only works for 1, then if it doesn't allow me to pick 3, then we'll give it away. Give it away now.
Okay.
But what
give it away now.
Give it away now.
Okay.
It is 8:05 our time. I'm gonna put this on for 22 minutes because it's a little bit longer of a story time with the llama. This is for Biscuit Weazel top tier Patreon subscriptions. This includes a mod overhaul with him, GAC advice, really awesome thing. So the open is gone, ! Put me in the pod to join.
Go. Put me in the pod. Right. Pod, not pot or Paul. If you want to be put in the pot, that's your prerogative. If you want to be put in the Paul, speak to me later.
No, stop that, Neil. All right. Really quick. This all of this craziness started with 100 bits from Run DMV, then 280 bits from Geek Girl, then 100 bits from Run DMV again. The Doctor is in, followed us. Joe Lemmy followed us. Schnarman cheered 295 bits. Sir Boss gave out a community sub. Dr. Feelgood cheered 1,000 bits. Aldous Sandfly cheered 200 bits. Frankie cheered 1,000. Hellenix cheered 500. Run DMV cheered 500. Frankie cheered 1,000. / Van Road subscribed for 2 months at tier 1. Solo Base cheered 100. Frankie cheered another 1,000. Schnurman another 1,000. Run DMV 400. Mazkanata 5,000 bits. Thank you.
Queen of the Hall. Queen of the Millennial. Queen of the Millennial Fulcrum. You know, she can go wherever she wants on the ship.
500 bits. Frankie tried to catch up with 1,500 and still wasn't able to catch Maz. JJ Manners cheered 100 bits. Dr. Feelgood gave Mouse Kanata a gift sub. JJ Manners cheered 100 bits. Dr. Feelgood gave a gift sub to JJ Manners. / Van Rhodes gave out 5 tier 1 community subs. Sephiranus cheered 200 bits. Solo Base cheered 100 bits. JJ Manners with 100. JJ Manners with another 100. Dickie Darkside with 300. Dr. Feelgood gave Grim a subscription. The Llama came in with 500 bits. Heinze came in with 500 bits. Frankie with 1,500 bits. And then he became the king of the hall.
And then he became the king. King.
We're not the hall. Yes, I know that.
No. We're on our ship. You know that they are the king of the Millennial Fulcrum.
Yes. Then Frankie with another 1,500 bits. Heinze with another 1,000. Llama with another 1,000, who she is now 3rd place because of that. Frankie with 500. Llama again with another 1,500. And then now we're here. And then Elle McPherson apparently again followed me. Stop unfollowing.
Elle McPherson? She can follow me any day of the week.
So
now that you know Elle McPherson, there's an Aussie I don't mind saying I love. Because she's one of the best looking Aussies.
So thank you everyone for everything that you did to celebrate our 1,000. We still do need the sustainable subs on YouTube if you can. We are at 1,008 according to Google.
Yeah. So we just need double digits just to kind of make it safe, you know.
Yeah.
And we should be good. Yeah.
But nonetheless, all that fun stuff's going to happen, and some of it's going to happen tonight.
Yeah.
Including right now, ! Put me in the pod for 1 of 3 Biscuit Weazel top tier Patreon subscriptions for the month.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
All right. Now, Is everybody done doing the craziness? What do you what exactly else do you think about this whole Unity upgrade? Is this a good move? You know, I think of course it's a good move, but what's your true
Well, look,
true
I mean,
thoughts on this?
the bottom line is, you know, the game needs to evolve in order to survive. This game will only survive if it outlives EA. As long as this game outlives EA's contract with Lucasfilm, okay, as long as it outlives its contract with Lucasfilm and Disney, then the game will go on forever. Okay, it won't die. As long as that happens, and the game does need to evolve from that point of view. So, my justification for this is quite simple. There are games that exist, whether they're mobile or whether they're PC, that still exist, that have existed for more than 10 years because game developers have sold the game. It exists. Perfect example of this is Runes of Magic. Runes of Magic has been going on since the early noughties. The game has literally been running for between 15 and 20 years. Okay, and it's been owned by several different developers. Now, providing that Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes evolves and outlives EA's contract with Disney, then you could literally have CG, Capital Games, get back their independence from EA and be able to make what they want and simply have to pay the license fee to LucasArts. If it's not profitable because they don't put the work into the game, they will sell it to somebody else who does want to put the effort and the money into the game. If it doesn't work for them, they will sell it on, and the game will just keep getting sold on, but it won't ever die. It would simply be passed on from one game developer to another. So I'm happy with the Unity 2. It is a step in the right direction regarding the evolution of the game. I just hope that they really, really put this Unity 2.0 to good use. You know, better cinematics, better graphics, better events. You know, I really, really hope that they do that. And I hope that the Unity 2 makes Galactic Challenges good. And I hope that it makes GAC look better and more streamlined. And, you know, Unity 2, we know games that are running Unity 2.0, okay, that have PvP in it. Okay, so that could be one of the phases, that could be one of these future evolutionary phases that we see within Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I don't want to see, don't get me wrong, I don't care about PvP within the squad arena or within the fleet arena. I want to see PvP in GAC. And that's the only area I want to see. I want people to have the ability to put themselves in a group so that they can legitimately compete against each other live in GAC and use each other's rosters. That, to me, is better than PvP in Squad Arena or PvP in Fleet Arena. PvP in GAC allows people to put their roster against another person's roster. That is where I would love to see the game go.
So the old version of Unity that and thank you Biscuit and thank you Llama and thank you Savage Diva, the old version thank you Frankie, that they were running was from April 17th 2017.
Let's go All Blacks. See, you don't know if I mean it or not, though, do you? You just ask me to say it. Evil laugh.
So, tell people why you just screamed that out loud.
Frankie donated 1,000 bits and asked me to say, let's go Wallabies or All Blacks. So, I opted for let's go All Blacks. Because the All Blacks are actually a really, really, really good rugby team. So much better than that. What are they called? They wear orange shirts and play rugby. I mean, they're not very good at it. They didn't win the Rugby World Cup. We beat them in the Rugby World Cup. So, but yeah, go All Blacks. I don't know
why the 1,000 is loud. I will investigate why the 1,000 is loud. But I'll do that in just a moment here. But the old version that Unity had was was from 2017. The new version that they're running is from 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So they're literally just using a year older version. There is a later version of Unity that is out there.
So there's a 3.0.
It's not technically 3.0. I mean, that's just what people were calling it.
Oh, right, okay. Well, what version is Marvel Strike Force running? Wouldn't it be better if they used the same engine as Marvel Strike Force?
I will try to find that out.
Yeah, we do need to find that out, definitely.
Yeah, I will try to find that out in a moment. But nonetheless, we've got all the we've got all this stuff that it's exciting to see. And as you've seen in those other games, as you said, they do open more opportunities, and I'm looking forward to that. I really am looking forward to that. Whether
that's
it be,
if they do anything with it, that's the kicker.
We're gonna see it in Galactic Challenges. I have a darn good feeling.
Well, that's the thing. If what they present to us in Galactic Challenge uses the full wide range of tools within Unity, this updated version of Unity, we could potentially see a really good event. If they don't, it's like, well, why did you even bother switching to 2.0? Did you switch to this newer version of Unity just so that you could plug your art department even more? I want to see them use this to make better events or to evolve current events, not just make the artwork look better and not just to be able to throw in a couple of cinematics. That isn't using Unity to its fullest extent, okay? As far as I'm concerned, if they're not going to use this to make... Oh, Galaxy of Heroes with the big subscribe, lovely jubbly. If they do, oh no, JJ Mann has gifted that. If they do not use Unity to evolve the game and making art better, okay, making the graphics better, and throwing in a couple of cinematics is not making the game better. That's just improving the visuals, which is fine, but it's not improving the game. They need to use Unity to evolve the current game phases. Yep, the current game phases that they've got. So that, you know, it either retains people, brings people back. I mean, look how many people came back after the JKL event and the Vader. The amount of people that returned to the game that had quit for 12 months because they finally showed some love to two of the most important characters in Star Wars. That's what they need to do. They need to be giving piecemeal to the to veteran players and people who have recently quit. So they need to apply themselves now. That's what they need to do. That's what CG need to do. They need to apply themselves and really, really work hard on evolving the game for the better.
Yeah, and Wolf does bring up the fact that they had to update because the old version they had was not going to be supported anymore. And if they had any problems, they really had no further patches to put on it. So they couldn't get support for it.
Yeah, yeah, Wrangler. Yeah.
What are you saying?
Yeah, no. CG plugs its art department a ton. Better ship them over some lube in prep for 2.0.
It is going to be quite interesting to see what they do. But I'm once again, I'm excited for them.
Mm-hmm.
I am absolutely excited. If this gives them exactly what they want, and we've reached out, and you can confirm this, Neil, we reached out to them to talk to them about what this upgrade is going to be able to do for them. I reached out to Crumb on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to talk to them about what the sort of things that they are looking to do without giving guarantees of things, give them the out if they need it. I just want to hear, brainstorming sessions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Be a fly on the wall. What can we do? Let's make some more packs. Let's put a cinematic at the start of a pack. Open a pack, get a free cinematic. Be like,
Oh, come on, Neil.
That's not what we want, guys. That's not what we want. We're not talking
Neil,
about that.
Don't make me get the pimp hand out.
I'm jinxing. I'm gonna jinx us, aren't I? By saying, that somebody's gonna watch it. It's like, hey, we could use Unity 2 to give them a free cinematic when they buy a pack. It's like, no, I was joking. I was Babylon B-esque, being satirically, critical. Don't do that. You don't. I'm being funny. Don't take the joke and apply it literally to the game. Please. I was joking. Don't give us a free cinematic for a pack. Because I'll never see them, because I'll never buy the packs.
You are 100% admitting that was said in sarcasm and satire.
Well, yeah, of course it was. It
okay,
was satirical.
Good.
But life has a way of imitating art, unfortunately, these days. Half of what I read in the Babylon B, I think, my God, that is so funny. And then somebody goes and does it for real, and you're like, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's not a script to follow. Stop copying satire.
Now, Wolfell says open pack get midriff Padme. They could very well do different. That is one thing that Unity 2.0 can do pretty darn good, and that is on the fly skins. So you could get different skins for your characters that are cosmetic.
How much would the gold bikini layer be? My God, how much
I don't want to
market. They could market the hell out of that. How many people would stump up $20 for a gold bikini skin layer to be thrown over Rolo?
Oh. I don't want to see that.
You don't want to see that.
I don't want to see that.
I want to see it not because I would buy it, but because I know other people would buy it, and I could live vicariously through them. Just a thought, EA, $20 for a gold bikini skin for layer. Hey, DSA does it. There's this little icon you can click on, and it changes the skin of a character. Buzz Lightyear, or you could do the exact same thing within this game using the Unity version that you've got. So you've got Rolo. Once you've got Rolo to 7 stars and Relic 13, you can pay $20 for a gold for the skin layer in a gold bikini. It would sell. I tell you, it would sell.
It would. I'm saying that it would, but I'd want to toggle to turn off cosmetics that other people have purchased. There's games that have that same toggle.
Mm-hmm.
And I would, and if they do that, none of the ones in Disney Sorcerer's Arena have any sort of PG-13 to them at all. Unless you consider a wolf in a pig's costume PG-13, there's really no scandalous of it.
Look, there's nothing scandalous about it. There's nothing scandalous. The reason why there's nothing scandalous about it is because the movie that she wears it in is still on Disney Plus. If it was scandalous, they would have edited it out, but they haven't. You can go and watch Return of the Jedi, and you can see her in a gold bikini in multiple scenes, looking extremely hot. So if Disney's going to allow it on Disney Plus, they can allow it in a video game.
Well, they also allow punching a small child on Disney Plus.
Exactly.
A 50-year-old child.
It's exactly. It's a 50-year-old kid. Just so
Or...
no. We couldn't do that, because then you would get you would get some support group for people with Pajero complaining, because obviously they're kids, but they look like they're 50 years old, and you wouldn't want people to do any harm to those poor people, because that would just be not good at all. But gold bikini layer should be allowed in the game if they're going to allow the film to go where she looks really hot and sexy and delectable and Oh, you know, that's the Carrie Fisher I love and remember. Gold Bikini Leia needs to come to the game, and they can bring it with a skin because they've got Unity now. So do it. I'm not going to buy it because I'll never buy it because I'll never spend in the game. But other people will buy it, and I will be able to watch them buy it, and I'll be able to take pleasure, live vicariously through their account. Keep the tangent train rolling, says Run DMV.
By the way, I have turned down the alerts for the 1,000 and the Nev Rage. So hope those were overwrites.
You turned down a Nev Rage? What was the Nev Rage?
You know how many bits the Nev Rage is?
Yeah, I know how many bits it is, but what was it? Was it an interesting? Did somebody want an interesting Nev Rage?
Oh, no. I'm talking about the bits. The bits to get the Nev Rage to pop up on the screen.
Oh, right. Okay.
I've turned that down.
You've turned that down.
It was actually 5 times higher than it should have been. And I'm
right.
sorry about that.
So nobody's because no one's triggered it. That's all right.
Nobody's triggered it recently.
Nobody's triggered it recently. Yeah, because that's kind of embarrassing on that. So yeah.
Okay, so that one was turned down. Thank you, Run TMV, for the 1,000.
Thank you very much, buddy.
That's not the Nev Rage one, but that is Run DMV's personal one. Little shocked cat down there.
Okay. So where are we? We're at 8:26.
Yeah, I am currently waiting. I'm killing some time. It's just over a minute left for Biscuit Weazel top tier Patreon status for a month. We have 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining on that.
Yeah, there is. Oh my God, Frankie again. Frankie is the king of the millennial fulcrum, without a doubt. And there is no Nev Rage option in the show. Nev Rage, Paul is supposed to remember to turn the Nev Rages back on when I do my GACs.
You said you didn't like them.
No, I don't mind doing Nev Rages. I just wish people would ask me to Nev Rage about something funny or interesting or amusing other than, something within the game. You can put. I'm happy for Nev Rages to be on. You just need to be happy with Nev Rages be on because you know how profane my Nev Rages can get.
You just not as much. I'm just gonna say. Anyway. We have just a little bit here coming up after this break. After we make these drawings, we will talk to the man who we just gave away 3 top tier Patreon subscriptions to, and that will be Biscuit Weazel. He's going to be talking to us, and I have something new to share. This was planned for me to share this whole new idea with him during this show. Even before we hit the 1,000, which still amazing. You guys are absolutely amazing. Getting us to that 1,000. Thank you very, 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 very much. All right. 3, 2, 1. Entries have stopped. Let's pick a winner.
Let's pick a winner. Winner,
is Frankie.
Chicken dinner.
Frankie is our first winner. Second winner is Dr. Feelgood. And our third winner is Geek Girl. So Frankie, Dr. Feelgood, and Geek Girl, you guys all signed up for Biscuit Weazel stuff. Biscuit, get in touch with those. Get in touch with Biscuit Weazel. He'll get you all set up. 2 of them are already Patreons. Okay, Dr. Feelgood wants to hand his off to Maz Kanata. So there you go, Maz Kanata. You guys get in touch with Biscuit after the show, and we'll absolutely do that. Now, how many people do we have currently watching right now? We have look, the numbers are dropping. Oh. The numbers are dropping, and people don't even know that $50 is being given away next time around.
Oh, so the 7 people that just left, you don't have a chance to win $50. Shame.
All right, guys, we are going to be taking a break in just a moment. After these messages, we'll be right back. We are going to we're going to be talking. First, we're going to get story time with the llama, Galactic Legend edition of story time, and then after that, we will talk to the one, the only. Get ready, take a drink. It's Biswees right here on the Escape Podcast.
The Escape Pod Cast with Paul Anthony and Neil Andrew Ware.
Hey there, Escape Podawans. Everyone's favorite llama here to remind you that the Escape Pod Cast is on social media. That's right, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. So give us a like, give us a follow, and stay up to date on all things in-game and in the Escape Pod. Our account links are down in the description or on our Discord server in the Show Links channel. See you on the net!
Are you a member of Team Paul or Team Neil? Maybe you prefer story time with the llama, or dabble in the buttery side of the Force with Biscuit Weazel. Or maybe you like the Escape Pod talents from Down Under like Heinzie and Scotty. No matter who you support, you can get one of my designs from the Escape Podcast merch store. Just go to escapepodcastaways.com, click on the merch link, and it will take you to the TeePublic site where you can support me, Mrs. Anthony, also known as Critty K. Also be sure to check out the Mrs. Anthony Shirts channel on the Escape Podcast's Discord server weekly to vote for my latest shirts in the Design Derby on Woot. Links for both of these are down below. Thank you for supporting the Escape Pod Cast.
Heinzie from the ANZGC is officially a member of the Escape Pod Castaways. Make sure you go and search for Heinzie on YouTube today because he live streams a lot of his GAC content, and not only does he do that, he also does some pretty fun videos from time to time, including a behind the screen and also streaming Jedi Fallen Order. And from time to time, this idiot might drop by. Head on over and check out Heinzie today on YouTube, a part of the Escape Pod Castaways network.
Back to school. The Escape Pod Cast for Kids. It's really cool.
Hello, Escape Podawans, and welcome back to Storytime with the Llama in the Escape Pod Cast for Kids. This week on Faction Facts, as promised, we are covering the Galactic Legends faction. Now, there are currently 2 characters in this faction: Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, available in his event Heir to the Dark Side, and Rey, available in her event Heir to the Light Side. Now, they both have leadership abilities. Supreme Leader Kylo Ren's ability, Supreme Leader, grants Darkside allies plus 30 speed, plus 40% mastery, and plus 50% critical damage, and they can't be critically hit when they have advantage. Whenever a Darkside ally loses advantage without scoring a critical hit, they will regain advantage for 1 turn at the end of the turn. Now, when a Darkside ally gains advantage, they also get a bonus based on their role. So tanks get taunt for 2 turns, attackers gain critical damage up for 2 turns, and support and healer characters gain plus 20% turn meter. Rey's leadership ability, Wisdom of the Sacred Texts, grants Lightside allies plus 20% mastery, 20 speed, and plus 30% max health. And whenever an enemy gains bonus turn meter, all inspired Lightside allies gain 5% mastery until the end of the encounter, and that is stacking. So one thing that Galactic Legends characters have that none of the other characters have is something called an ultimate ability. Supreme Leader Kylo Ren's ultimate ability, Depth of Rage, dispels all buffs from himself and enters an aggressive stance. He'll also deal physical damage to all enemies which can't be evaded. Now, while he's in this stance, he's immune to damage and detrimental effects. He can't be defeated, his siphon is doubled, and his abilities have no cooldowns. With Rey's ultimate ability, Heir to the Jedi, she'll enter a defensive stance until her next turn, and all damage Lightside allies receive is actually reduced to just 1. While she's in this stance, she cannot do anything. She's got minus 30% speed and is immune to detrimental effects and also can't be defeated. Now, you can actually activate her ultimate ability a second time, and she deals true damage. True damage ignores defense, but can't critically hit. Now, she deals this damage to the entire enemy team, and the damage is split among them. It can't be countered, and it can't be evaded. So, since a lot more people have started to get these Galactic Legends, we've seen a couple of different team compositions. Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, you can use him in a full First Order team with Kylo Ren Unmasked, Hux, Sith Trooper, and First Order Stormtrooper, or you can use him in a mixed team with Hux, Kylo Ren Unmasked, Sith Trooper, or First Order Officer, and Darth Malak. That team seems to be the preferred team. Rey, you can use her in a full Jedi team with General Anakin Skywalker, General Kenobi, Revan, and Hermit Yoda or Luke Skywalker if you have him, but a lot of people don't have him yet. Or you can actually use her in a mixed team with General Anakin Skywalker, Wat Tambor, Echo, and Fives. Now they do have a couple of counters each. Kylo Ren can be countered with a Darth Revan Sith Empire team if you have Thrawn in there, or he can be countered with a Traya team with the new Vader, Wat, Thrawn, and Sith Empire Trooper. You can counter Rey with a Palpatine-led team with Vader, Wat, Thrawn, and Traya, or with a Revan-led team with Bastilla, Hermit Yoda, Thrawn, and General Anakin Skywalker. Now, normally in Faction Facts, I also cover hard and soft counters, but aside from those teams that I spoke about that they are countered by, you can really use these Galactic Legends teams against pretty much any faction, and they will work really, really well. As far as uses go, you can kind of use them anywhere. They're great in territory wars, they're great in territory battles, they're great in Grand Arena. They're just all around good, strong teams because they are really at the top of the meta and not a lot of people have what it takes to counter them. As always, I want to hear your suggestions for what faction you want me to cover next. Drop me a comment down below, send me a message on Discord, or heck, even send me a carrier pigeon. And that's all for me. Tune in next week for more story time with the llama and the Escape Pod cast for kids.
This is Macias, and I assure your privacy and confidentiality when using my remodding services.
G'day legends, this is Heinzie. Did you know Macias Modding Mayhem is the premier modding service for the game that we all love, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? With some of the most affordable rates in the industry, Macias will remod your roster from top to bottom with continuous consultation with where to go from there. Macias has a 100% satisfaction guarantee, and he has tons of additional services available as well, like a full cleanup of your mods, PvP plans, and lots more. Contact Macias today on Discord, all in lowercase guys, MIKAYAS 0127. That's MIKAYAS number 0127, or hit up maciasmods@gmail.com. I fully endorse Macias Modding Mayhem, and you will too. Macias Modding Mayhem, the official remodding service of the Escape Podcast and the Escape Podcastaways network.
Hey guys, I'm Biscuit Weazel, and I host Biscuits and Star Wars on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/BiscuitWeasel. That's Weazel with a Z. There we do a great series called GAC Hospital. I spend an entire week with one player for one-on-one GAC coaching. We triage your roster, talk mod and team recommendations, and defense and attack strategies. If you want to apply, I invite you to tag me on the Escape Pod cast server so we can connect. Remember, that's twitch.tv/BiscuitWeasel with a Z.
Receiving incoming transmission. Receiving incoming transmission. Receiving incoming transmission.
And welcome back to this week's incoming transmission. As you can see, we have got Bisweez on. Some other bloke tried to butt in, and I was like, no, go away. That spot's reserved for Biscuit Weazel. So I'm going to hand over to Paul, but you already know this guy, and if you don't, what rock have you been living under? Paul, introduce our guest.
I certainly will, but before I do want to let people know, exclamation point, put me in the pod. For those who are literally in the chat right now, exclamation point, put me in the pod for a $50 US value gift card to either Google Play or iTunes. This is $50 from an anonymous donator going to one person that hits exclamation point, put me in the pod. All right. Now, this man that is below us on your screen, he is a very, very good friend. He has been there since literally the beginning of this show. And it's an excellent honor to have him on the show that we are celebrating our 1,000th YouTube subscriber, which allows us to have so many tools, but we'll talk about that later. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the host of Grand Arena Hospital. He has lots and lots of wonderful ideas that he's cooking up, and he recently started a new series called not just Biscuits and Star Wars, it's now Biscuits and Star Lords, because he's picked up another game as well. And if you know where Star-Lord is from, you know where this is coming from. Now, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and pleasure to introduce to you, back on the channel, Mr. Biscuit Weazel. Hello.
Hey, guys. Wow, that was a... Nev, now I see why you don't do any introductions.
I do introductions on GA Center.
Yes, I know.
Holy... What the... Excuse me? What the hell? An anonymous cheerer.
Just somebody that wanted to stay anonymous.
8,499 bits. That is... Thank you, Mr. Anonymous.
Whoever you are. Thank you very much.
But it's not going to break me. Paul's going to break. It's not going to break me. Okay, see, this is where I need to take over so that Paul can melt in a puddle. So how... Let us know how things have been going on. Obviously, we had some controversy last month, and it kind of made you have to change the format of your show. So how has the controversies that occurred last month forced you to, kind of evolve your show a little bit?
Yeah, that was, and it took me probably the better part of a week, maybe a week and a half, talking with you and Paul, as well as a bunch of my patrons and some of my former patients that I'd worked with, was, because I'm here to help help people with their GACs, and I certainly don't want anything that I'm doing trying to help them to cause them to have their accounts banned.
Yeah.
So what we ended up doing, so previously, I would create an emulator specifically for a single account. Once I was done with that account, I got rid of the emulator. And so I didn't change any mods. When we did the triage, I was going through my account, pulling up the other ally code, and I was going through their ally code via my account.
Yeah.
So I could see characters and
the
mods.
only thing that's really changed is you're looking at what you would normally have looked at from their account, but you're doing it from yours, and you're simply saying, okay, you need to change this mod on this character and this mod on this character. So it's more it's more advisory as opposed to, oh, I see something in front of me that I can physically change now.
Correct.
You're kind of, that element has been removed, and it's more, okay. Well, I mean, if you don't evolve, you end up devolving. If you devolve, you drop off the map. So I can any other tweaks here and there that you've incorporated in the show as a result of that?
I'm actually going to interrupt because the one thing that I wanted to throw at you, Biscuit Weazel, is I've kind of started to devolve since you helped me. I've gone from 2 and 1s back to 1s and 2s. So my thought is on, one time per season of GAC, I have a thought that you should expand the GA hospital and open up the emergency room wing.
Am I going to name it Paul Anthony?
It will be the Paul Anthony emergency room of Sacred Heart General Grand Arena Hospital.
Yes, it's got call it Sacred Heart. Absolutely, call it Sacred Heart.
The Paul Anthony wing of the Sacred Heart Hospital.
Yes, exactly. Mine houses the emergency room because I've unlocked Supreme Leader Kylo Ren.
Right.
And I still lose. It's not as much of a trump card.
Well,
good.
Yeah, from someone who doesn't have any Galactic Legends, yes. I mean, for us, that's good. However, they have been out in the game long enough. So some of a good counter, well, not anymore, was the Padme with 5s, which just recently got fixed. But there's the Darth Revan with Thrawn and Wat Tambor that is the counter for Galactic Legend Rey. So they've been in the game long enough that most people that don't necessarily have a Galactic Legend, they have the counters for the Galactic Legends. And now with Vader's rework, he now can counter Galactic Legend Rey. So there's always going to be a counter to any of the characters in the game. It's just finding what that counter is.
Yeah, I mean, the Operation Metaverse immediately after on their show last night, because I tuned in to watch the Operation Metaverse live stream, and quick thanks to eGrace Gamer. Cheers for the bits, buddy. They came. They had a counter. I think it was Bastilla 5s, Han, Chewie, and Gas, and it countered it countered the Slacker, and was still good enough. No, sorry, hang on a minute. No. It wasn't on Operation Metaverse. It was on Arnold's GAC stream. He used that and still scored 59. 59. Wow. He scored a 59. So
That's
it was
crazy.
Jedi Knight Luke, Han, Chewie, 5s, and Gas. So it's a lot of sacrifices. It's a lot of team sacrifices.
Yeah, you're breaking up. Yeah, that's a lot of teams.
But
you've
59 banners
right
against a Slacker team?
Yeah.
That's priceless.
That's pretty incredible. So, and it's like a lot of it comes down to because like I know you and I've worked a lot on your GACs, Paul, and so one of the things I know that you struggle with is Padme, and some things that we've already talked about is working on those mods for Darth Revan. So and a lot of, especially at your level when you're touching 6 million, a lot of it's not going to come down. It's not if you get the full clear. It might be you get a hold on your defense or you drop a battle on your opponent's defense. That's what's going to cost people wins and losses. And I saw that extremely front and center when I worked with Grande a couple of weeks ago, talking a 6.8 million account. It was insane. And I mean, I'd like to consider myself, I'm a very good student of this game and I understand the mechanics and the mods, but I learned so much from just working with Grande. So for me, working with Grande and seeing his account and having him, because there are teams and compositions that, I mean, when you're looking at a roster of 6.8 million, I'm at 4.5. So you're talking almost 2.5 more million GP than what I have. And so you've got, you put 11, was it 4, 3, 2 and 3, 6, 8. Yeah, 3, 3, 2 and 2. And then a fleet. And you put, but that's like scratching the, it's a drop in the bucket for a roster of that size. And it's, what can I put on my opponent or on my defense that's going to trip my opponent up? It may only get one hold, but that's all that you're really going to need to get the W.
Yeah, I would like to see Paul. Personally, I would like to see Paul start using the proper counter sheets.
I
have fixed counters, because it's like, oh, what do I do against GG? It's like, there should be no question. You should have a team in your squad layouts specifically made to beat GG and specifically made to beat Padme. So as soon as you see them on defense, you go, oh, great, I've already got the team set.
Yeah, I have actually. You will see it after. You'll see it right before. Right before we subject Flair to Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed. I will do my GAC in the after show, so you'll get to see that.
But yeah, that you've got the thing that annoys me is if you were to, just like I said to you, we had a conversation about this the other day, and I asked Paul, do you use a tool that makes you a better territory battles officer? And he goes, yes. Did somebody else create that? It's like, yes. So he uses a tool created by somebody else to make him a better, more efficient territory battles officer. And my argument is you just simply need to do that with respect to your entire roster for GAC. You use a tool that gets the best out of your roster, and then that's what you do. I used the GAC manager spreadsheet with the API from the website, and once I've used that, I used that for about 3 GACs. It got me into a rhythm, and I haven't deviated from that rhythm. And 9 times out of 10, I'll hit Kyber, and the every now and then RNG just, taps me on the shoulder and goes, "Not this month, my son, not this month." But,
or smacks you upside the head.
Or smacks me upside the head. It's like, you think your Geos are going to beat Night Sisters this week? No. You think your JTR team that beats your bounty hunter opponents like 99 times out, you think that's gonna? No.
Yeah, that's the 1% of the game that, I've done the same battle 1,000 times, and it's like, no big deal, I got this. And then you go in, and within 30 seconds you're like, well, fudge, what was that?
I've had plenty of fudge moments. By the way, 7 minutes remaining in the $50 gift card giveaway.
Yeah. But so it happens. Sometimes sometimes the RNG gods will, smite you. RNGesus giveth and taketh away. Sometimes
very true.
Sometimes he's a very benevolent lord, and other times he's a complete and utter
not
git.
So much, right?
A complete and utter git, and you're like, thanks for that. I did everything I was supposed to do. I followed the counter sheet. I had good mods, and you just screwed me over. It's like, and we've all been there. And you cannot count for that. But that's what makes entertaining. That's what makes things entertaining. I mean, you go back and look at last week's match between Micaeus and End All Be All, and Micaeus definitely got the lion's share of RNG. I mean, you just have to look at his JKL fight to know that he got, the RNG gods were like, bless this player. And they just blessed him with all the RNG in the world. I mean, he was sat there for a good 30 seconds looking at Bindo and Yoda going, oh my God, what the crap? What? I would have been looking at that going, do I pull out and go back in? But it's like, I personally think that Micaeus sacrificed a small chicken, right? That 30 seconds of nothingness was him leaving the room, sacrificing a chicken to RNGesus, coming back in, and continuing with the game. And it's like, yes, you will win this game now. Right. Even though it looks impossible to win, you're going to win. And you know,
Burnt offerings.
if I was Endel watching that match, I'd have been like, seriously, RNGesus, you know, is that what you're going to do to me this time around? So
Yeah.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing seeing that on GA Center.
Yeah, and I actually haven't been able to see that yet because we were traveling all last week, and so I have missed about the only Discord I've been able to keep up with was my own, and that was because when it was like 10 o'clock at night and I'm trying to record my GAC and throw it up on YouTube, I'm like going through my Discord. Okay, did anything happen today that was like vital and I had to respond to immediately?
Well, I'll tell you this. There's this channel that just happened to get to 1,000 subscribers today, which is why we're going crazy, that has replays of all episodes of GA Center on it.
Oh, I know. And I plan to go back and watch it. I absolutely plan to go back and watch it.
4 minutes from the sound of my voice remaining on this.
Guys, I'm doing a show, okay? I'm doing a show. Stop tagging me. You can see me. I'm
okay, guys.
To
I want everybody,
right now.
everybody in chat, go tag Neil on Discord.
No. I will come into the screen. You know, I will Wonka vision you, Bisweez. Don't think I won't Wonka vision you.
That doesn't exist. This isn't Star Trek. This is Star Wars.
That was Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka. What are you talking about?
I know that, but the technology.
Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
But that's essentially a teleporter.
See, now you've done it. You've gone and done it now. People are just tagging me for the sake of tagging me now.
They're doing it to the listener. Let's Flare and Run DMV. Darn bad. No.
Naughty 62.
But so you had asked, what other tweaks I had made, Neil, was previously, like during the actual matches, I was controlling the accounts. And so now using the Zoom, the patient that I'm working with, they screen share their match to me like Paul and I always did. And so I'm streaming their screen share. It gets a little laggy, but it was either that or
close up shop. What's actually easier? I can actually give you there is an alternative solution. Have them live stream on their channel, and then you put their live stream up as a Windows capture in your OBS.
That is true. That is true. Yes. We tested that. I tested it, and it works.
But most of the people that I'm working with don't have a channel.
Well, have them do it. They'll have private.
Yeah,
private on their own YouTube.
Literally private on their own YouTube. They will have a. If you watch YouTube, you have the ability to do something on YouTube. You have the ability to stream your account on YouTube, whether you're doing it on your phone, your tablet, or your PC. You could literally have them stream it privately using their YouTube channel, and then they send you the link. And then you put that up on your OBS. Mm-hmm. It's doable. I ran 2 live streams side by side next to each other for a test in the event that I could, in the event we were kind of hoping that we could get Macias
and I'll be all right
doing a live a live event. So literally we would have had both their live streams going simultaneously, and we would have just told them to alternate battles. But unfortunately, Macias was unable to live stream, so. Right. But I still tested and ran through the setup to be able to do it. So the next time it happens, we're hoping that 2 people can live stream at the same time. We'll get them on Discord. We'll have earpieces in, and we'll tell them to just take it in turns. So yeah.
1 minute. 1 minute remains in that giveaway. All right. Now, that being said, guys, the Rogue says that another alternate version is Biscuit Weazel could fly to each person's home and do it from their living room. That get a little expensive.
Yeah, that will probably get a little bit expensive. Yeah, definitely.
Before I go and pick this, since we're coming up to the top of the hour, before I go and I pick this $50 gift card winner, Biscuit, who do you have tomorrow on the return of the interim GAC Field Hospital?
I I don't have anybody. It's going to be me doing mine. E-Grace Gamer's going to join me.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah. But I don't know that he's doing his GAC.
Well, he missed GAC, but nonetheless, you're going to be talking to him in the field hospital, right?
Yes, yeah. So he's coming on. We're gonna kick off at noon tomorrow, right after Jedi Academy with RSG. And then we're gonna go live at noon. We'll probably do. He's gonna come on and we're gonna chat. He has a super cool video with no legendary characters, no epic confrontation characters that counters. I think it was Ray, Galactic Legend Ray, and so I've got it on my Discord already. I pulled it into my Discord, and so I'm gonna have him walk us through that while he's on, and that way, because next season I go to Division 1.
You join the big boys next season.
I do.
At GA Center.
I do. So I move up to Division 1 next season, and so
next month.
Yes. Yeah. Well, no.
We call them months. That we have 6 months in a GA Center season.
Right, but so this current season ends Monday. And then we have 23 hours between this one and the next one. It's not a week this time.
No, we won't. This is the end of the month, mate. It's going to be a week before we start the next GAC.
No, I thought that too. Go look at go look at.
Are they doing it again?
Yes. Go look at SWGOH events.
I'll check the calendar on our break.
I had it. I looked at it earlier today. Rico and I were talking because we were going to go remod my account as one of the streams for this upcoming week. And he was like, we don't have a week this time. And I was like, what do you mean we don't have a week? We always have a week. He was like, not this time. And so it ends on Monday, and then the join phase begins immediately.
They've never done that before.
July, here we go.
There's got to be an error there. They have never done that. The shortest period that they've had between GACs is 3 days.
I know.
Neil, it's true. It's true. According to events, the events website, we haven't seen it. Neil,
are you looking at the forum?
I'm looking at the forums. The event calendar for July, Grand Arena, Week 1. 7/13/2020.
I know. Because I had
break.
to.
There's no break between months. That's ridiculous.
Because I had to get with my next patient, Marco, and to say, hey, I'm looking at the calendar, and so I had to make some adjustments pretty quick.
All right, here we go. I'm drawing the winner.
So
CG's going to move that date. They moved it before. Andy Beads, you are the winner.
Andy Beads,
Canadian's favorite son.
Nice.
But yeah, no, that CG are going to move that. When it was 3 days and people kicked off, they switched it to a week. So they're going to have to change that.
I'm just saying.
They're going to have to change. I was really hoping to not have to crunch week 4 for GA Center. I was really hoping to not have to crunch. If they do that, it's going to require a crunch. I was hoping to give it, do some work on Tuesday, maybe a little bit more on Wednesday, and then do the show on Thursday, hopefully. But if they start another one immediately, if they start another month of GAC straight away,
I know.
Yeah.
I was, because Rico was like, we don't have a week this time. I was like, what do you mean we don't have a week? There is always a week between. Yes. And so I was like, well, not a big deal, because he and I have been trying to remod my roster for a while. And every time we do, I get a whole bunch of the Patreons on voice chat, and things just go absolutely bananas. And we never get anything done. And so I was like, what do you mean we don't have a week? He was like, no, it ends on Monday, and then the join phase begins immediately. It ends and then it starts, and I'm like, what? No, there's no way. And then I looked and I was like, holy cow, yeah, that's right.
All right. How do people find you, Biscuit?
So you guys can go over to my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Biscuit Weazel. And for Jackson Tucker out in chat, that is with a Z, Jackson, not an S.
I know he rated Biscuit Weazel
with an S instead of a Z. So, but yeah, so twitch.tv/Biscuit Weazel, and that's Weazel with a Z, guys. Or you can join my Discord, discord.me/Biscuit Weazel. And then those are probably the two best ways to get in touch with me, watch my channel. I do have a YouTube channel as well. I'm just not as active there because most of everything that I do, most of what I do now is all streaming because it's been just that much. It's been so much more popular for me. So yeah, Biscuit Weazel, Weazel with a Z, guys. That's how you find me.
There you go. Now, Biscuit, thank you very much for everything. This is a perfect example of the fact that creators supporting each other really truly does lead to dreams. And on behalf of Neil and I, thank you for supporting us. Thank you for not letting us give up as well. And I wish the best for you. You're next.
Well, you and I've talked, privately a lot, and you're very welcome, Paul. Neil, you're very welcome. I'm glad that you guys hit that 1K mark. I know that was something that was a huge milestone for you guys, and was actually the reason I kind of gave up using YouTube, just because I wasn't getting traction. But you guys stuck it out, and I'm glad, because you Paul, you've been with me from my beginning, and I've been with you since your beginning, and so I think it's very poetic that you guys hit 1K and just happened to be the night that you asked me back on. So much love, brother.
Yeah. And also thank you for accepting, this is sort of an announcement, the newest member of the Castaways, and probably going to be the last one for a little bit until we calm down with all the moving of everything. Thank you for having Grace Gamer, the newest Castaway, on your show.
Yeah, I've crossed paths with Grace many times on your Discord, on Heinz's Discord. He's on a couple other Discords before, so he's a good dude, and I like him a lot. And then when you sent that tag, I was like, what is? I really wasn't sure what the deal was, but I was like, yeah, hey, my stream is pretty much always open to anyone that wants to come in and chat. I have no issues. We can jump on Discord, we can jump on Zoom, but yeah, it's pretty much anybody that wants to come on. I usually have my patient on, but I don't really have a patient this time, so the more the merrier.
No. Well, we are going to be taking a break here. We're going to run a little bit long because we'll also be having people. We're going to be doing my Zeta. I got to fire up BlueStacks in the break because I'm going to do it live. I'm going to screen share for you, Neil.
Oh, if you screen share, the stream's just going to go bonkers. No one's going to be able to see anything.
All
right. I will figure something out. So that we can see. I will figure something out.
Because I'm going to do it live at the very end. We're going to run a little bit longer over our usual 2-hour break, 2-hour time. But after that, we are going to raid into Gridden when we're finished. So don't go anywhere, guys. The Zeta and one last giveaway for tonight coming up in just a moment. Biscuit, thank you for coming on.
It's always a pleasure to be on here, guys, and awesome job.
Thank you. We'll be right back on the Escape Pod cast.
The Escape Pod cast with Paul Anthony and Neil Andrew Ware.
This is Macias, and I assure your privacy and confidentiality when using my remodding services.
G'day legends, this is Heinzie. Did you know Micaeus Modding Mayhem is the premier modding service for the game that we all love, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? With some of the most affordable rates in the industry, Micaeus will remod your roster from top to bottom with continuous consultation with where to go from there. Micaeus has a 100% satisfaction guarantee, and he has tons of additional services available as well, like a full cleanup of your mods, PvP plans, and lots more. Contact Micaeus today on Discord, all in lowercase guys, MIKAYAS 0127. That's MIKAYAS number 0127, or hit up micaeusmods@gmail.com. I fully endorse Micaeus Modding Mayhem, and you will too. Micaeus Modding Mayhem, the official remodding service of the Escape Podcast and the Escape Podcastaways network.
Does your guild want to tap into their full potential in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? Yeah! For as low as $1 a month per guild member, your guild can unleash the power of the game in ways you never thought possible. Ooh. Track your arena movements, guild progression, and much more. Contact ShittyBill and get one of his shitty bots on your server today. Just look for him on our Discord server and tag or message him for more information. The link for our server is below in the description. Shitty bots, don't let the name fool you. Did you know that if you signed up to become a Patreon, you could get tons of rewards? Force Ghost Scotty could do a roster review for you. Neil Andrew Air could share Grand Arena tactics. Or Paul could even help you get maximum stars in Geonosis Territory Battle. And you even get access into the after show. Sound good? Sign up to be a Patreon today. For as little as $2 a month, you could unlock a ton of potential content and also get closer to the hosts. Head to patreon.com/theescapepod to sign up.
And now time for something completely shameless.
Noob. Artists. Noob. Liars.
Newbie.
Poachers.
There you are. Wait, what's wrong? Again, noob.
Greetings, Hellenics. It's my guild.
Again.
My guildies are being poached from
our guild.
Oh boy, here we go. Again.
I just don't understand what the GRDS allows guilds to do.
This
What? Huh. Do what shit?
This poaching.
Wait, hang on. What do you mean the GRDS is allowing guilds to do this?
You guys see what we
did there?
Yup. Not only did we mirror last month's episode, but we also added some GRDS promotion. So shameless. Much promotion. Lols. Wait. We gotta get on with this, huh? Oh, okay. Right. So, you don't understand why the GRDS allows guilds to do what exactly?
Poaching of other guilds'
members.
Some pathetic guild comes out of nowhere and takes a big group of our members, and we're left scrambling to fill the empty slots. Polemics. And that's
not fair.
Oh, newbie. It's most likely not poaching, bud.
Here we go.
Again.
It's not. Please.
Explain.
Here's a short PSA that can help you understand.
This PSA is brought to you by Alenix. And the SWGOH Guild Recruitment Discord server. SWGOH's largest and most popular Discord server devoted to finding players a new guild and guilds new players. The PUBG Discord can suck it, Ralph. Poaching in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. What is it? Why is it happening? And who stands to benefit? In this SWGOH PSA, we will explore member poaching and the many myths that surround it. SWGOH guilds are groups of up to 50 players who coordinate their efforts to defeat various types of guild events, including raids, territory battles, and territory wars. Most times, guilds which have fewer than 50 members join various resources on the internet, including the official SWGOH forum, Reddit, and multiple Discord servers to post advertisements, hoping to entice players looking for a new guild to join theirs. This can sometimes create a situation where a group of players, usually friends, join a guild as a group, as opposed to a single player joining said guild individually. Many players in the SWGOH gaming community erroneously call this poaching. They also tend to claim this is done intentionally, and that it's meant to provide the offending guild with an unfair recruitment advantage. In effect, these claims state that guilds who have multiple new members joining their guild all at once are doing so underhandedly, and thus poaching the more honorable SWGOH guilds who would never do this. Likely this is not the case. Most of the time, the guilds being accused of poaching have perfectly legitimate reasons explaining why a group of new members joined their guild as opposed to a lone individual joining. Perhaps the members of the group who left your guild are all friends and want to stay together as a group. Many SWGOH gamers have developed deep friendships with their guildies and don't want to part ways. Or maybe some people in this group have friends already in the guild accused of poaching. People do sometimes have friends outside their existing guild, and they want to get all those folks together when playing SWGOH. Lastly, what if the guild is simply a better fit for their collective playstyle? If a guild's members aren't feeling like they fit well within their guild, they may simply leave for somewhere they feel is a better fit. These are just some of the possibilities that could easily explain why a group of players may have left your guild and joined another all at once. So before you accuse a guild of intentionally poaching your members, consider this. Can there be any other reason besides poaching that could explain why a small group of your members left your guild and joined theirs? I'm certain that if you think about it for more than a few seconds, you will determine that, yes indeed, there may just be. This has been Hellenix. #shameless self-promotion. For the Hellenix SWGOH YouTube channel and the GRDS. So, seriously, when are these PSAs going to actually start getting people to subscribe to my channel? I know it's not guaranteed, man, but come on. Can't we do something to boost my numbers a little bit more quickly? What do you mean, go kick rocks? So, do you see now, newbie? Your guild probably wasn't poached. And even if it was, the GRDS wouldn't have facilitated this. We have strict anti-poaching rules, and we do enforce them.
That doesn't explain anything!
Once again.
Look, I know you're upset, newbie, but you can't run off and accuse guilds of poaching your members every time a group of people
But I have
proof
of our guild being
poached.
Hellenix.
Okay, what you got?
I have a direct message from Discord from a guy who joined our guild server and then said our guild leader was quitting and we should get out while the getting out
Was good.
Oh.
And according to your PSA on poaching channel on the GRDS, that is a
Textbook.
example of poaching.
Oh.
So I may just go to your general chat channel and
Rant about it.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely poaching. However, a public rant is not the way to handle this. Instead, send me screenshots proving what you allege privately. We don't believe in vitriol, baseless accusations, nor mob rule at the GRDS, nor do we believe in cancel culture. Instead, we try to be fair and reasonable. Unless the proof you provide is blatant, we won't just ban the accused necessarily. And we won't publicly shame them. Instead, we may even set up a private group chat to discuss this with all parties involved. Anyone accused has the right to face their accusers, and people are innocent until proven guilty. Besides, if we all talk this out, both your guild and the alleged poachers may all come out of this situation better and stronger than you all went in. So if you have your proofs ready, send them to my inbox, and we'll go from there, okay?
I will do so immediately.
Meatbag.
Why, you little...
The Escape Pod. Cast. The Bridge.
Hello Hello there, ladies and gents. Welcome back to the final, fourth segment where we do Patreon's Choice, where you get to put us on the spot and ask us a bunch of really uncomfortable questions that we have to answer because, well, you're our Patreons. And we care more about you than, Hitler, Mussolini, Stalin.
Neil, stop.
There's a lot more people out there that we care more about, that we don't care about, but we care about you. Patreon's choices. Ask away. Whatever questions
Stop, Neil. All right. 15 minutes on the clock. Exclamation point. Pick your Zeta. Exclamation point. Pick your Zeta.
Mm-hmm.
The winner gets to pick mine, Cascade. Who was the other person? Llama, and I think it was Zaz. Exclamation point, pick your Zeta for a chance to pick the Zeta that they will get. Now, Cascade, Zaz, and Llama, you cannot join in this. If you get picked, I will pick someone else because they are picking Zetas for other people. You cannot pick a Zeta that would be good for you. Exclamation point, pick your Zeta. All right. Here we go. Patreon's choice.
Okay, question time.
All right.
Hit me.
The first question is, what faction currently not in the game would you like them to bring in? Pirates.
Yuzumvong.
Will Ugnaught get a rework to fit with Mando, or will they release a new one? Will they release a Queel or not? No.
They'll release a Queel. I would like to see them rework the current Ugnaught. I would prefer to see them rework the Ugnaught to become Queel, but I think they'll probably just bring Queel in.
Which Jawa is your favorite? Engineer.
Dacha.
Do you approve of Cup and Mob Enforcer's relationship? It seems like a conflict of interest. We were talking about the Dickie Darkside's what do you call it?
Use your words.
Swaggies.
There you go. No, I do not approve. I do not approve where there is conflict of interest. I never approve where there is conflict of interest because conflict of interest creates moral and ethical ambiguity, and I am 100% dead set against that.
I mean, honestly, if they wouldn't have flaunted it and brought attention to it and shown it, and I don't think that Mando would have had that contract.
Okay.
So, all right. If you could switch channels with a content creator, who would it be and why?
If I could do what? Sorry, switch.
If you could switch channels with a with another content creator, who would it be and why?
I would switch with PewDiePie because dude's got 100 million subs, and it would be very interesting to see how people react to what I say about a Star Wars video game. It'd be 100 million people going like, who the hell's this guy? And why does he not sound like a Swedish person? So yeah, PewDiePie.
It would be Rock Around the Ring. They're a Tampa Bay based. They do a lot of stuff with GalaxyCon. They are. I know them through my cousin, who is the husband to Heather Riker, also known as Kid Cadet. They're going to be interviewing Tim Curry. They've interviewed Mick Foley. The people that they get on are amazing, and I would love to. I'd love to have access to those people to interview.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
All right. What is the most exciting Star Wars moment for you? When the title hit the screen in for Empire Strikes Back, I always, because I know what's coming throughout that entire movie. So
yeah, no, the most exciting part is it's the beginning, it's the opening crawl, that's the most exciting part for me, because I know I'm about, especially with the original trilogy, I know I'm about to get sci-fi opera out of my eyeballs. So yeah, it's that boom, John Williams, that John Williams music, and that big yellow wording just coming up on the screen. It's like still sends shivers down the back of my spine, even though I didn't like all of the movies. That's the best part of every. That's like that is the best part of episode 7, 8, and 9. The yeah, without a doubt, it's the best part of those 3 movies.
So, thank you, by the way, Llama, for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 600 bits. Thank you for the 600
bits.
All right. If you could hold your own Escape podcast version of the Swaggies, what categories would you have, and who would win them? I think we'd leave it. I think as far as the winners, I think we would absolutely leave it up to the community. But categories, let's see. He explained a little bit. Most entertaining guest of the Escape Pod, hero of the community, most valued Patreon. That was what Zaz recommended for categories. What would you do as far as categories, Neil?
Most memorable Nevrage.
I could see the most memorable Nevrage.
Because no matter which one got voted for, I would win.
Worst Malik solo. How about that one for me?
Yeah, that one would work. Most pitiful defeat to a Padme team.
or most.
And the nominees are. They're all Paul.
Getting their butt handed to them by misusing a negotiator. Oh, look, Neil.
I've never misused a negotiator.
Not negotiator. Millennium Falcon.
I didn't misuse it.
You did.
The RNG screwed me.
You got the 2-turn thing. You did a wiggle on the first turn. You do a wiggle on the second turn, so you get the 3rd turn.
RNG screwed me.
It wasn't RNG. You did it to yourself.
It was a Gear 10 Sunfac. He should have gone down the second that Cassian came in and him and the Millennium Falcon hit him. He should have died. He didn't. The RNG gave him a dodge. He shouldn't have dodged. He should have been destroyed. Then I would have finished off Houndstooth, and then I would have won. But the RNG gods were like, yeah, no. For this one moment in time, we're going to make this Gear 10 Sunfac stupidly relic thick so that you can't defeat him. That's what screwed me.
Where in the world would you like to travel to do a food tour?
A food tour? Probably India.
All right. By the way, exclamation
home of the curry.
By the way, exclamation point, pick your Zeta, 7 minutes from right now. All right. Let's see. Buzzsaw, put that in the Patreon's channel, the Patreon questions channel. Let's see here. For me, I'd like to go back home to Toledo and the surrounding area and get the food there. What Star Wars character would you want to meet in real life?
Mark Hamill, of course.
No, Star Wars character. So Luke Skywalker?
Luke Skywalker.
As long as he knew that I wasn't out to kill him, it would be Thrawn. I would love to try to... RNG stands for Random Neil Generator.
I'm not that random, but I can be.
All right. Tag and Bink versus Jar Jar. Who wins? Jar Jar.
Oh, Tag and Bink.
Jar Jar.
Tag
He
and
would
Bink.
find some stupid way to win.
No, Tag and Bink would win. Because they always do. Because they're needed for the next movie. Or the next sequel. Or the next parody. The Tag and Bink would win.
Yeah, Ray Rock says Toledo Rockets. Gradkowski's, not Gronkowski, but Gradkowski, Bruce Gradkowski. He has a restaurant right there at the corner of Secor and Door, I think it is. Amazing place. All right. From Dr. Feelgood, can he have a pony now?
I've told you, if you want a pony, go and vote for Vermin Supreme in November. It's the only way you're going to guarantee yourself a pony is if you vote for him and he wins.
Dr. Feelgood, let's talk later, because maybe it is finally time that you are old enough to have a pony, but we really need to go over the care instructions for said pony, okay? All right. 4-segment question from Dr. Feelgood as well. If you could only use one condiment for the rest of your life, what would it be? Condiment meaning a liquid, or are you including spices and things like that? I'm going to kind of elaborate on that one. For me, it would be probably the spicy ketchup from Whataburger.
Yeah, no, I would probably go with ketchup. Yeah, I would probably go with tomato ketchup. Bottle of Heinz. Because it goes on so many different things, you know. I can't eat fish and chips without tomato sauce. I just can't. I need tartar sauce for my fish, and I need ketchup for my chips. Unless of course, you know, there's some chip shop curry gravy going around, and then that gets lathered on, you know. I can live without salt and vinegar. Can't live without ketchup.
We have 3 minutes and 48 seconds left of Pick Your Zeta. All right. I've lost the questions here. Where are they?
Find the questions.
All right. Who wants to help me mod my Utini bomb from Force Strong?
You just, it's potluck, mate. It doesn't matter what mods you put on. An Utini bomb is in the lap of the gods, you know, the RNG gods. I mean, I tried an Utini bomb last week and I only got 3 out of the 5. No, I got 4 out of the 6 geos. A couple of them survived. So yeah, it's all RNG, mate. And unless you want to take them up to gear 13 and relic them, which would be a complete and utter waste. But you know, modding them, the mods are irrelevant. You want to get them up above gear 8. You want to get them up above gear 9, gear 10, so that you will definitely take out.
And by the way, I do have to mention that Frankie said he's also going to take the Zeta that somebody gives us. Mm-hmm. All right. From JJ Manners, what is your favorite album that changed your taste in music? I'm going to have to say probably, okay, so album that changed my taste in music and my favorite album are 2 totally different things. The album that changed my taste in music to become a fan of pop punk would be Dookie by Green Day. But my favorite album of all time is Fizzy Fuzzy Big and Buzzy by The Refreshments, later known as Roger Clyne and the Peacemakers.
Okay, I mean, there's no, I'm appreciative of all types of all genres of music except for rap and R&B, unless it's, you know, unless we're talking early 90s rap and R&B. So, you know, LL Cool J, NWA, Ice-T, Ice Cube, Public Enemy, that stuff. I liked that stuff because it was breaking, you know, it was new, and it was interesting. But 20, 30 years on, it's been done the crap out of, so it all sounds the same. But I would say, you know what? Evanescence, The Open Door. I will say that Evanescence's The Open Door did kind of open my ears, not my eyes, but my ears to a whole new genre of rock opera. Because you've got that classically trained female vocalist that also plays the piano mixed with some pretty good heavy metal rock. And the two do kind of marry up quite well. So yeah, that opened up a new genre to me without a doubt. Yeah.
Yeah, Banditos was a quality song. Solo Bass knows what I'm talking about as far as Fizzy Fuzzy Big and Buzzy. Excellent. Helly, on behalf of every fan in the Escape Podcast, yes, because I'm a fan first and foremost, congratulations to the Escape Podcast on achieving the 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. We love you guys. Here's to 1,000 and 10,000 more. Hashtag we all love Tepsi. That's not a question, but I absolutely will say thank you. And guys, remember, we need to continue to sustain it for YouTube to be able to do the things that we're wanting to do to support other creators. That I didn't want this goal for me. Neil and I wanted this goal to lift up other people, and that's what we're so thankful that we're going to be able to do better with the tools that YouTube will now give us as long as we sustain that 1,000. So thank you on behalf of both of us.
Yeah, plus you want to see me go live when I go to the hairdressers and I have this all bundled and bunched and cut. You definitely want to see that.
All right. Andy Beads, Canadia's favorite son, asks, party in the front or party in the back?
Party in the back. Because you've got to be so cautious when you're partying in the front, but when you party in the back, nobody can see what you're getting up to. It's a much more interesting party in the back than in the front.
Can I just skip the party, stay at home, and talk to my friends?
Yeah, you can just skip the party if you want. Yeah, that's all right.
Okay. I'm an introvert, even though I play an extrovert on the Twitch channel. All right, and finally, who is more likely to turn meter load during territory war? Paul or Neil?
Paul. Not going to be me. It's Paul. Definitely going to be Paul.
In territory war, I don't leave turn meter.
In anything. You'll go in with a squad and it'll look like you're going to lose, but you won't pull out. And then it'll just be over like that, and you'll be like, "No!"
You're the one who gets his butt kicked by Night Sisters with your geos.
Once. It happened once.
On every single account.
No, not on every single account. It happened once. Okay? It happened once with the Night Sisters. Okay? And then that annoyed me. The next account, it was my bounty hunter. Sorry, it was my JTR squad getting beat by the bounty hunters. So it wasn't Night Sisters beating my Geos twice. It was two of my stalwart counters being beaten by the teams that they normally wipe the floor with. And I let it go because, I had, something else to go in there and take them out afterwards. So, hey.
And by the way, they said the correct answer to that was Heinze.
Yeah, the correct answer is Heinze, yeah.
All right. And lastly, for the after show, for those who are eligible to come into the after show, and also to those who are not going to, who are basically who are stopping by the after show that are not going on because we're going to go raid Gridden after this. The question is from Flair, just what torture am I about to put myself into in the after show? Not much. It's a simple game, and it takes 15 minutes if you just want to play casually. You will be fine. It's the torture of me losing to Padme with my slacker that's probably going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Neil, any words of wisdom before we depart and launch this pod?
Don't eat raw chicken.
That's some good words of wisdom. Yeah, definitely. But steak should be cooked medium.
No, steak should be eaten rare.
Let's say medium rare.
You got to have pink in the middle when you're eating steak.
Oh yeah,
pink in the middle.
Medium has pink. I'm not talking red. I'm talking pink.
Should be rare. Steak should be eaten rare.
All
Anybody
right,
who nukes steak, something wrong with them.
Congratulations to Geek Girl 1980, who gets to pick the Zeta that 5 people are going to be doing. So Geek Girl will respond with what Zeta. And remember, Geek Girl, if you ever do something like this, I will remember it.
Make it bad. Make it bad. Make the pain rain. Okay, we're all done.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Geek Girl. Actually, Geek Girl will tell me inside the after show if she doesn't respond here.
Yes, exactly. Frankie's with me. The king of the millennial fulcrum has spoken. Steaks are rare or blue. 100% with you, buddy. 100% with you. Only the finest cut of meat can be blue, though. Only the finest ones can be blue. Other than that, it's got to be rare.
All right. With that being said, guys, thank you. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, help us just stay at that spot. Hit the little subscribe button on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, go make sure that little subscribe button is clicked. This means the world to us to be able to support other people. This is not for us. This is for the projects like GA Center, like other things that we have coming up. We thank you for this. You guys are amazing, and we will be in contact about all of the rest of this. We have more stuff coming up, including the game giveaway next week right here on the channel. And that being said, thank you for being nice to us. Be nice to each other, damn it. Wear your mask. And we'll see you, those in the after show or those that we're going to be rating Gridden with. But we'll see you another time. From the bottom of our hearts, you guys are the best. Neil, push the button.
You got it, mate. Ta-ta for now, folks.
This is Gridden.
Damn it,
what's going
fingers.
on? Where the hell are we? Paris?
Thank you for pressing the self-destruct button.
Attention! This is Colonel Sanders in forward command. Abandon ship! Abandon ship! All personnel proceed to escape pods. Close down the circuits. Evacuate the city. Self-destruct mechanism has been activated. Abandon ship! Where is it? Where is it? It's gonna be here. Out of order! Even in the future, nothing works.
This ship will self-destruct in exactly 10 seconds. Counting down. 10, 9, 8, 6.
6! What happened to 7?
Just kidding. 3, 2, 1. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Hello friends, this is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. The Escape Podcast was filmed in front of a live studio audience full of tweaked out murder bears.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.